Welcome back to the Teaching and Learning. This is Abdul Kafoor. I hope you are doing good. So today, as I said, the first video will be Earth Science. So I'm covering a few important things for science specializations. I hope this will work for you. So what exactly I'm going to talk about in this lesson, so please note it down. The first domain and 2.1.1, which is about the Earth planet. What information you need to focus on it. Okay. Second thing, some information that you have to be very clear in concepts. Okay, so I'll be clearing some concepts. Third thing, how you gonna avoid the incorrect answers. How you have to stick with the correct answers. From where you have to get this information. Okay. And some of that errors or misconception about the planet Earth. So I'll be clearing about that. Okay. So this video is going to be more important. Okay, so you have to watch this complete video. And one more thing regarding the BEd students, I'll be uploading few videos about the Bloom's taxonomy for the BEd students. So please stay connected. So let's start the lesson. Let me share the screen first. This is the first lesson about the science pedagogy at Science Standard 2. And this information I have taken from the study guide, which is the planet Earth. And this is same as and this will be talking about the internal and external structure of the Earth. Okay. And the size, shape, and all. So what are the questions related with this? Please focus on it. The first thing, two concepts we have, in the geology, the internal and external. So internal, basically, we are very familiar that what is inside in the Earth. However, the external structure, there's a misconception about that. Some of the students, they think when they read or hear about the external, that means something's above the Earth. No, we are not talking about above the Earth. We are talking about, again, internal structure of the Earth. But what are these layers that we consider the external structure of Earth? First, important things, three main layers. There are three main layers. Number one, crust, mantle, core. Again, we have two subparts of the crust, asthenosphere and the lithosphere. We have two parts of the mantle, upper mantle and lower mantle. We have two parts of the core, outer core and inner core. You must know how much they are in depth. Okay, so this is the first thing. Now, second thing, we have two crusts. One is a continental crust, another one is the oceanic crust. Now, the continental crust is the land part, which is the dry. However, the oceanic crust, which is the under of the ocean. What question you maybe ask about that? That which one is the thicker, the oceanic crust or the continental crust? So the oceanic crust is the continental crust is the thicker part of that. However, the ocean is the thin, and the lithosphere the hardest part, and asthenosphere the flexible. So whenever there's a movement of the tectonic plates and the earthquake, it damages the lithosphere, because it's a hard that's the break into the what we call the caves, and makes the crackdowns and gives the destructions about that. Okay. And the asthenosphere, which is flexible, that is unbreakable or hold it about. Now, sample question. Okay, this sample question will help you to understand that what type of the information you may focus on it. Okay. In this question, they are talking about the devices. Okay, that which device is helping to measure the atmospheric pressure. So I'm sure that this is a very basic question, and that's a barometer. But what other devices you may focus on it? The seismographic, seismic wave rector, scale, seismometer, hygrometer, anemometer, and pyranometer. So like these type of the devices, what you're going to do, you have to make a checklist and list at least 15 to 100 the devices that they are helping or and somehow to geologists to explore or to study. Okay, so these are, we call the tools or the instrument in geography. This is the first question about that, and I have explained to you what. Now, the second question talk about a geologist was giving a speech explaining some rock of finding nearby. So this is talking about the rock. As I mentioned, the keywords are most important. So when you read the question, think about what are the keywords and then relate these keywords in your study domain. Okay, so this rock, when I read the rock, about what comes in my mind, the rocks formation, types of the rocks, how this is. So this process comes in mind. So I narrowed the information, and then after, I will go on to choose the correct answer, or I will remove the wrong answers first before going to the correct answer. This is the second strategy. So stay with me. Deep magma pushed it away up slowly through cracks between the relatively soft upper layers of the limestones. Again, this rock. The intense heat and pressure from the rising magma seems to create layers of white marble adjacent to the limestone. Which of the following processes? Now, the question is very clear. It's very clear and understandable that heat and pressure, what type of the rock, is formed through heat and pressure. Okay. So first, let me talk about, the types of rocks and formation. So we have three types of the rocks: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. You must know the formation of these rocks. I'll just give you the overview. So the first one you can see, that's an igneous rock. It is, because of when magma explodes and throw the lava outside on the surface. Okay, when this lava cools down, that forms the igneous rock. When that lava cools inside, that also forms the igneous rock. So the lava which cools on the surface, that's we call the extrusive, and the lava which is cools inside the earth, that is we call the intrusive. Some of the example, just like obsidian rocks, they formed on the surface. However, the gabbro and granite, they form inside. Second, we have a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock, actually, this is a process of the sedimentary rock. We have, so erosion, then deposition, compaction, or cementation. If you are good in, the baking some cookies and all these things, this is the same process. First, you have to collect the ingredients, then you have to mix it. That is called the deposition. Then you have to compact in a microwave or something. Okay, and after that, you have fixed a certain temperature in order to be more, the cementation, or to make it thick or into the solid form. So sedimentary rocks have the same process, just like a baking something. Okay, and now the third process, which is the metamorphic rock. Now the metamorphic rocks are formed by the effect heat and pressure on existing rock. So as you can see here, the materials and the minerals which deposit inside the earth through heat and pressures, they turn into the rock. So we have the rock cycle over here on the left side of the screen, as you can see here. Now back to the question. Which rock is formed through heat and pressure? That is called the volcanic eruption? Of course not. It's a igneous rock. Weathering limestones? Of course not. That's not sedimentary. Sedimentation, this is not sediment, but this is a metamorphism. Metamorphic rocks, they are formed through heat and pressure. So I'm sure this will help you a lot, that how you are going to answer, how you are going to read the question, how you are going to filter the information, what key the words that you have to focus on. Let's talk about the second question. This is the rock cycle. As you can see here, and there are the three the types of the rock has been explained in it. Okay, so you have to go through the rock cycle again. Now the another question we have, the diagram represents a cross section of layer below the surface of Earth, labeled from A to F. Which of the following statement about the layers shown in? Now, second, this type of the question is related with the logic and reasons. Okay, by this way you have to use your cognitive abilities, okay, or applications, that whenever you study these, content, okay, or you apply that, which will be the first old and which will be the new. Okay, So definitely the topmost layer is the knee. It's logical because of the erosion. When it erodes, okay. Now this process takes a million of the years, okay. We are not talking about overnight, the layers, okay. But this is a million years of, through weathering, erosion, water erosion, wind erosions, okay. These layers are formed, and this we call the transformation of. Now, which layer is the oldest? Okay, we have the options, okay, over here. Layer A is older than layer F. Now, first, layer A is older than up. Now, layer A is the topmost layer, so that cannot be older. So this is the wrong answer. I'm telling you, the second strategy is how you have to remove the incorrect answers first. Okay. Second, layer D is the oldest layer, but we are not going to compare it. Okay, so the layer D is not the oldest. Keyword oldest. So this is the the comparative degrees, or superlative degrees are most important. Of course not. Okay, this one. Layer B and F are the same age. B and F. How come it's definitely the formation of the B is the first and the formation of A is the last one. So the answer, we removed the 3 incorrect answers. Now we have the layer C is older than layer A. Of course, C formed first and A form is the last. So the correct answer is that layer C is older than layer A. This is the third strategy. I explained to you how you have to remove the incorrect answers. Okay. If you have a good content knowledge, okay. Now, from where this content has been taken or information has been taken, again, soil horizon. Okay. If you study about the soil horizon, you can easily answer these type of the questions. So from previous, I've explained about the internal structure, then formation of the rocks, and this. So these are the important content. Okay. Now another type of the question we have, the diagram shows synoptic chart showing weather condition for Australia on a particular day in June. Which of the following best describes the expected weather conditions at location X for around 6 hours after the chart was drawn? We are not concerned that at what time the chart was drawn because you were not available over there. But few things, okay, this one thing, this question is about the logic and reason. This is not about, the memorizations and understanding about them. Now, what logic can we use it over here? First thing, we have to, the question is asking about which of the following best describe the expected weather condition. Synoptic chart means weather chart. If you study about the control line, these control lines and this, that will tell you the directions and the elevations over here. If you study about the current oceans, that will easily understand. First, we need to find out, the directions. Okay, this compass will help you to understand. This one is the north, this one is the east, this one is the west, this one is the south. Let's specify that this direction is about, in the west. This is the first. Is it the northwest or the southwest? So this is approximately, it looks that it is into the southwest. Okay. So this, the first point is very clear about it. Now, second thing is southwest or different. Which of the following best describe them? Now look at this chart. We have 2 currents. One is the cold current and one is the hot current. Now the blue shows the cold currents and the red shows the hot current. The wind which blows from the North Pole and South Pole means from south to equator and from north to equator, these are the cold winds. The wind which blows from the equator, from equator to North Pole and South Pole, which is indicated into the red, that's we call the hot currents. Is that clear? So the direction is from southwest. Southwest means this, we are talking about the cold currents. So we specify the information. Let's talk about it. Hot and dry with northwest. First thing, it's not the northwest. Cold and dry with the southeast. The direction is not southeast. Hot and wet with the northeast. Again, it's not the north, west because we already said this is the southwest. So we remove these three incorrect answers, as I have explained that, first remove the incorrect answers by using logic and reasons. Okay. Now last one is a cold and wet with the south winds. Of course, this is the direction is the southwest winds. Okay. And this is the correct answer. So this will help you a lot to understand. Okay. But you must know the background information about that. So this is a chart will help you that how the winds, when the wind and the cyclone, they have the low pressure and high pressure. Okay. So you can Google it and you can easily, the red color shows the warm currents and the blue color shows the cold current. So you can make it more easier to study about, these oceanic crust. Okay. Next question, we have the formation of the rock, which shows the correct order from the oldest to youngest. Again, order form, okay, of the geological cross sections below. That means that shows from the which one is from the oldest to them. It's related with the layer as well as Now the first thing that tells about that oldest to youngest. Let's talk about soil is the top. Is it the oldest? Of course not. Limestone, is it the oldest? No. Where's the limestone form? It's a weathering. So weathering, is not occurring inside the what we call deepened part of the earth. Okay, it's a surface and the outermost layer of that one. Granite. Yes, granite. Granite, as I've explained, okay, that this is the 1,000 years process, okay, when to form the stones, and granite is the type of the rock, which is the the igneous rock. Okay, so the first will be the granite, and after granite, when these dikes, dikes are the blocks of the rocks. Okay, so these granites and the rocks, they turn into the hardest part of the the rock. Okay, so after granite there will be the limestone, and after limestones there will be dike, and after dike there will be carbonate, and after carbonate will be the soil. So this is the correct the logical order from the oldest to the youngest one. Okay, so the top layer will be the youngest and the deepened layer will be the oldest. Okay, so again, I hope this will help you a lot. So these were the few important things that I wanted to share with you in the science lesson. I'm sure if you have any questions related with the this lesson or any domain of the science or earth science, okay, please inbox me. My WhatsApp number has been given, my email has been given, all the updates are in the community chat. Okay, if you want a full course of it, okay, we have available, it is in the offer. Okay, we are giving very reasonable prices. We have the face-to-face classes as well as so at your convenience. Our aim is to facilitate all the teachers to get pass and the result and high score in their test, okay, in order to secure their jobs. Okay, we'll be meeting in the next lesson with a new topic and the theme with the new questions. Okay, till that, stay blessed and take care of yourself. Thank you and goodbye.